This is for all you high-performing, highly productive and successful women who might be at risk of burnout or building a future that you're not 100% in love with. Are you so used to smashing your goals that you haven't stopped to check in on what you really want deep down? If this resonates with you, then you're in the right place, because I've been there too. And today I'm going to share my journey and show how you can refocus on what truly matters to you and create a life that you absolutely love. So stick around, because this might just be the most important video that you watch this year. So let's get started. First things first, let's grab a piece of paper and a pen and write down the who you want to be that will make you deeply happy. Now, I'm talking about your highest self, the ideal you in this very moment, not the you in 5 or 10 years, but who you want to be today. Now, when you put a time frame on your goals, you train your mind to think that you can't achieve them right now. But the truth is, you really can. So when I first did this exercise, I wrote down who I wanted to be in 5 years, in 10 years, and believe it or not, I actually pushed it out to 20 years. But then I realized some of those traits and behaviors were things that I could adopt right now. And I started to realize I would actually really like to have that me now. So who was I delaying my joy for? Did I somehow think that I needed to fulfill a role for someone else? If my highest joy and peace was being kicked down the road into my 60s, what was I thinking? I could create the life that I want then, now. There are character traits and energies that I can channel today. Sure, I can't switch my life instantaneously overnight, but I can start to embody them immediately and start the ball rolling on the synchronicities, the opportunities, and ultimately the process of reality creation. So write down everything that you want your life to be, how you want to be living, the freedom, the peace, the luxury, or the nature that to be surrounded with. Give yourself permission to go really wild. Think about if only your dreams came true. Think about what you want to achieve when it's your time to pass on. So don't waste any more time. I think somewhere deep down, I was waiting for, fulfilling a role. I was a young mum very early, and I've had many challenging experiences in my life. So I was so focused on providing and being a carer that I had not looked up. I hadn't given myself the time of day that I needed to plan what was it that I actually wanted. I was so driven and focused on building the right financial situation for my family that I couldn't conceive that I could actually have both financial abundance and be doing something that fulfilled my hopes and my dreams. So this is your opportunity. It's the knock on the door that I wish that I'd had 10 years ago, to get you to rethink your direction, or just to double check that it's actually what you want. So go into as much detail as you possibly can, focusing on everything: where you would be living, what it would look like, what you would be doing within the day, what experiences would you like to have, how your days will be filled, and what would it be like to be of service to others in exchange for this freedom, this peace and abundance. What would you be giving? So focus on your character traits, on your values, on your time, and on your experiences, and think through what can you apply to your right now as part of this creation process. So how would you like to dress? What kind of people do you want to surround yourself with? What kind of partner do you want to be with if it's not so already? So what places do you want to go to explore or to casually visit regularly? Now, these are all things that you can start practicing today. So often when we go through life on autopilot because we haven't updated what it is that we want or who we want to be, if your ideal self wouldn't accept half of the stuff that you're dealing with now, why are you accepting it? And here's the crucial point. If you don't write it down, your goals, your dreams, it's just a thought, it's not a strategic goal. And if you're a high performer, I'm sure that you know that what you plan to achieve, you achieve. So when I sat down to write my list, It was like a flow of thoughts that I wasn't even aware of to begin with. Now, I'd always been goal setting. Every year, this is very much part of my process. Every year at Christmas, I write down all of the goals that I've got for the next year, and I tick off the previous years, and I'm always ticking off. And it's amazing to see that everything that I set out the year before I achieve. But there's one thing that's wrong with that, is that I wasn't stretching my goals enough. Yes, I put big goals. I thought, yes, I want to earn this much. I want to do X, Y, Z. I want to build a house. I want to do all of those different things. But what I hadn't done is really push out and stretched my ideas. So it's about expanding those goals, because what you think subconsciously, it could be what you're expecting to get easily. So I had to go through a process of writing out my goals and then rethinking again and pushing the boundaries to actually, what did I want, not what did I think I could get, which was a big game changer. And it's essential to give yourself that time to sit down and let it all come out. Organize your thoughts. After you figure out what it is that your dream self would actually look like and want, start being intentional about everything in your life. So now you know, and you've got your list of what it is that you want. Be intentional and address everything under that lens. So look at how you fill your days, who you fill your days with, and the actions or activities that you participate in. Now, if these are in contrast to your newly defined goals, then outline what would it be replaced with if you were already your dream self. When you plan for something, you can consciously start to progress towards it. And at the same time, because of our Reticular Activating System, the RAS, once you're aware of something, and in this case, your newly defined goals, your consciousness brings these things and things that are like it, that support it, or can move you in that direction, to your attention more often. So it's the same thing as when you buy a new car. Now you see that car everywhere. Or if you think you're pregnant and then you see pregnant women everywhere. It's the same process. So once you've defined your dream self, you essentially have kicked off this process of creation. And now you can expand and build upon that reality with more feeling, with more visualizations, and with more emotions and gratitude. And through my personal experience, I found that life itself really starts to support your new process. It's like a seed finding water in the soil. It attracts what it needs and then it grows towards the surface to feel the sunlight. So your new dreams will be supported when you define your goals, when you act as if they're already there, when you show gratitude for having what you want and feel as if you've already achieved them. Doors will open for you and you will find yourself at the right time, at the right place, or someone will call you or another door will open for you to explore. So when I decided to make new friends, this is a great example because I found a few amazing new friends who are exactly what I defined, exactly what I looked for. And it was as if the universe was aligning to bring these wonderful people into my life. Soon I then found myself really overwhelmed with opportunities to socialize and connect with others. It was an incredible feeling to have such an abundance of meaningful connections, and all because I changed my plan and included it. So when I decided to build my new passion business, it felt like everything I needed appeared just at the right moment. And because I was doing all of these techniques, the right people, conversations, the tools, I was surrounded by everything that I needed. I just needed to apply myself and take action. Every time I needed guidance or assistance, it was right at my fingertips. This overwhelming abundance made it clear to me that when you set clear intentions or pursue your passions with purpose, the universe supports you. But it's not just about adding these new things into your life. It's also about making space for them. It's essential to let go of the things that no longer serve you or yourself. So as you make a list of the new qualities and goals and traits that you want to explore, it's equally as important to identify old habits, old limiting thoughts and behaviors that you need to release. So I made some time to sit down and write a comprehensive list of all of the qualities and habits that I wanted to let go of. Now, this process really helped me because it enabled me to become more aware of the aspects of my life that were holding me back. And we all have them. And by consciously identifying these traits, I activated again my RAS, my Reticular Activating System, which made me more mindful of these behaviors and thoughts. And this awareness was the first step towards change. And it can be just as simple as making a list of qualities that you'd like to let go of. And this list serves as a tangible reminder of what you're working to release from your life. And your RAS will help you become more conscious of these traits, enabling you to recognize them when they arise and work on letting them go. I needed to get a lot better at setting boundaries for myself and my time, but also other people. By writing these down, I was able to focus on letting go of my need to please people and reduce my habit of multitasking when it was not helpful in my life. And obviously, multitasking can be a great tool, but sometimes it's not very helpful. So it's really crucial to approach this process with self-compassion. Don't hold on to regret or berate yourself for making past mistakes. Instead, practice self-forgiveness. Understand that everyone has aspects of themselves that they wish to improve. The key is to acknowledge that these traits exist without judgment and focus on creating and embodying the qualities that you actually want. For me, this meant forgiving myself for the times I'd been too hard on myself and on others, the high expectations that I was pushing for, and recognizing that I'm a work in progress. It's also meant to enable us to see the small victories and celebrate as we go. And it's really important to focus on the positive and recognize the shifts in your mindset and your behavior. So as you go through this transformative journey, remember to be patient with yourself. Change takes time, and it's essential to honor your progress, no matter how small it may seem. So with each step you take towards embodying this ideal self, it's a step towards living your best life. Now, as you start to work on defining your best self, you have to get familiar with the things that you want to create or attract into your life. So spend time looking at your goals, try them on for size, look at the houses, the cars that you might want to own, and consider what lifestyle habits will you have, and then do your best to test them out and experience them so that you can test and learn if they'll be the right fit for you. Now is your time to test and learn before it's here. And this process also has the added bonus of actually helping you to attract and create them in your life, creating your reality by experiencing those feelings and things. But don't stress if you're unable to try them on for size physically. You can do so with your mind. You can go online, you can look for inspirational images and set aside some time to really think through and use your imagination to test out and adapt your goals. But remember, when you go through this process of defining your goals, you'll most likely come across some limiting beliefs that create a ceiling or a limit of your expectation. It's very hard to spot, so watch out for them. You can only attract what you can conceive of. And if you can't conceive it or believe it, it's not possible for you and you'll not attract it. So make sure that you question the beliefs, the expectations, because the limiting beliefs are notoriously difficult to spot personally. They're so much easier for someone else to spot. So if in doubt, either ask a friend who is more like your dream self or ask yourself this question. Is this the best I would want? Would I want any bigger, any larger? And if I could have anything, what would I choose? So in short, give yourself the permission that you need to think big. Start thinking today what you want to feel in the end. Allow yourself the freedom to choose without any restrictions or obligations or limits. Write your dreams and desires down and then make a list of what you can implement today, what you can look at and surround yourself with today, and then trust in that process, in that creative element, and be grateful Every day, visualize your dream life. Look over and over at your goals. Feel that life. And when opportunities come up and are presented to you, this is your time to act quickly. Act as quickly and as deeply as you can, and make sure that you follow through. Don't waste the opportunity by letting it die because you did not persevere. Follow up and take action. Thank you for watching. Now, if you've enjoyed this video and want more like it, please let me know in the comments and share any tips that you have or any experience you've had with reality creation or sense checking. Is this what you really want? Now, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And if you'd like to find out more, join my free community called Conscious Transformation on Skool, SKOOL.com. See you in the next video. Bye.